What's up, everybody? This is Classic Tycoon here, and we're back for another Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic video. Today I want to do something a little bit different, and I wanted to compare the Hyper Twister roller coaster to the Twister roller coaster. So I was just thinking, what if I built these two rides exactly the same way? Built a Twister roller coaster and a Hyper Twister roller coaster. The exact same roller coaster, right? They look the same. They pretty much act the same. You look at the cars, they're almost the same. Now, the Hyper Twister roller coaster here has a bit of an advantage because you can see the excitement factor gets a plus 15 and the intensity factor gets a plus 3 with those trains. But in every other aspect, the hill lift speed is the same. You can change the number of circuits, the waiting time. Everything is the same. Besides that, now the Twister roller coaster has other options, right? The Twister roller coaster can do inversions and a whole bunch of stuff that the Hyper Twister roller coaster can't. But if you're just building a basic roller coaster, which one of these two is the best option? So I wanted to build a very simple roller coaster and just let it run and compare and see what the results are, what the differences look like between these two roller coasters. So I'm just going to throw on these entrance and exit buildings here, and then we're going to test them. And you can see they look pretty much the same. The Hyper Twister roller coaster's train actually looks like it has an extra car for passengers, so it can hold a little bit more. But yeah, the station platforms exact same length. Everything else is the exact same on these two roller coasters. So let's just see if there's any difference at all between these. Well, like I said, the Hyper Twister roller coaster just gets a boost no matter what kind of train you use on it. So here's your Twister roller coaster results, and here are the Hyper Twister roller coaster results. And based off of this, you can see the Hyper Twister roller coaster actually does get the better ratings. You've got a 5.96 excitement rating, a 4.84 intensity, so a little bit higher intensity, but not much at all. A little bit higher nausea as well. Everything's very similar, but I thought it was interesting. It's not the exact same. So the Hyper Twister roller coaster ends up being a little bit slower. The G-forces are just a little bit different. That might have something to do with the train length, but also, yeah, the trains, they just are a little bit different. They look very similar, but they're not exactly the same. I'm not able to compare the pricing on here because I built it in the just the ride editor, but I'm pretty sure that these roller coasters actually cost the same amount. I should have checked that before, but I didn't, so let me know in the comments if you want to check out the pricing, if one of them is cheaper than the other. Go ahead and do that, because that's the only reason why I would say, if you're just building a standard roller coaster that doesn't have any inversion options or anything like that, I would go with the Hyper Twister roller coaster. But you can see how many options here the Twister roller coaster has. You got your launched hill lift, you got your big loops, you got the quarter loop. You got everything, pretty much any option you would want. The Twister roller coaster is the most versatile roller coaster in the game, and that's why it's definitely in my top 5 favorites to build. But the Hyper Twister roller coaster, you can get some amazing ratings out of it as well. But let's go ahead. You can see the options. All you got is really the helixes, the bends, or the S-bends, and then that's pretty much it. So that's the difference between the Hyper Twister and the Twister roller coaster. Very, very similar coasters. 2 of my favorites to build. But as you can see, if you're just building a standard roller coaster with no inversions, the Hyper Twister does get a little bit of an advantage. So if you've got the 2 options there, I would choose the Hyper Twister. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a like. And yeah, let me know in the comments which of these 2 roller coasters you prefer to build. And I will catch you guys in the next video.